Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel, Oracle of the Crows, Hypnocrow. My name is Melody. This video is for Spirit Guide messages for the Oracle of the Crow side of this next series of videos that I am putting out. This video is also for the element of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South Node, and Venus. These are general reads, so we're going to open up to the fact that maybe love or romance or something with the family and love in that situation could come through. I am also in this series, there's going to be a hypnotherapy session where I'm going to guide you to meet your spirit guide, and you will have the time to sit down and ask them questions about things maybe that you want to know, or maybe perhaps some sort of an issue that you need to resolve that's affecting your journey. All right, air signs. So this is the third series of videos. The first one was the past life series where I did card readings as well as hypnotherapy sessions, and then the chakras, I did card readings and the hypnotherapy sessions and Reiki sessions with each individual chakra as well. So this is the third series. There's more to come, but I'm just working on this one. So go ahead, use your intuition. Allow your intuition to guide you to star number 1, star number 2, or star number 3 for your spirit guide message. So the first card that you see on top here represents the guide that's coming through, and then there's cards underneath that represent the message that they're giving you in this now present moment. All right, so go ahead, allow your discernment to pick your star. I'm going to explain to you a little bit about what a spirit guide is for those of you who really are not sure. All right, a spirit guide is a light being who has incarnated here on Earth. They have definitely had human experience, at least one human experience here on Earth, and it was because they had to learn how to perhaps be your guide, or perhaps be somebody else's guide and be a better version of what they needed to be, because that's what learning and teaching does. When you learn something, it makes you better at something. All right, so that is one thing for sure. Your guide has definitely been down here. They have definitely been human. They are assigned to you from birth to death. You go over your charts before you incarnate here on Earth to go over all the little fine details to make sure that you two are compatible. They also work closely with the angels and other guides on your behalf to make sure that they can offer you the best guidance and advice that they can for your highest good. Okay, so pay attention to a lot of signs and synchronicities, because that's how they can communicate to you if you are not open to literally hearing them clairaudiently. So signs and synchronicities could be feathers, could be animals, could be literal signs, could be numbers. Synchronicities come in all forms. Just keep open your mind to it. All right. So it's a little bit about what your spirit guide is about. So they also could show up in your dreams as well and work with you. So you may already know them, you may already recognize them, and you may just be looking for a quick little message from them. You may be coming here for this video, and that's perfectly fine. Alright, so as I had said, the first card represents your spirit guide, and the second card represents a direct message in the now present moment from this guide. Alright, so alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Pick a star number 1 for those of you who chose pick star number 1. So you got the water guardian coming through. So you have a guardian who is trying to get you to connect with your emotions. She also could be sending you psychic visions. If anybody, I would say, would be visiting you in your dreams, star number 1, I would say it would be this water guardian. Oh, you have an earth guardian coming through. So you have a water and an earth guardian. And guess what? You have a crow. Air signs. You have a crow. With the season of autumn. Release the old and rest. So the season of autumn, we have earth here. That's when, in the season of Virgo, going into the season of Libra, is when autumn takes effect. So that could be a specific message for somebody out there. Maybe something major is going to happen around Virgo season, which will be in September, end of August, beginning of September. And when the autumn season comes, if you think about it, what happens in the season of autumn? The leaves turn colors and they fall off the trees. They let it go, right? Release the old and rest. And that's exactly what they do. They take a breather. And then springtime comes and they bud new leaves. It's the cycle. That's how it works, right? So I feel for some of you, you may need to ground your energy. You may be overly emotional at times, and then there's other times when you just don't connect with your emotions at all. It's like you're either this high or you're this low, and that's why you got the Earth Guardian coming in, because he tells you to ground your energy, your energy, and root yourself right into the earth, to help you ground your emotions. Because when you ground your emotions, what you do is you're in that middle, you're in that stable place emotionally, okay? So the water guardian, I get her a lot in my personals, because I'll get up and I'll work with these cards in the mornings for my personal morning daily message. And I get the water guardian a lot, but that's because I'm a water sign. I'm a Cancer. And North Node is in Pisces, so I'm very, very emotional sometimes. It's that empath in me. Alright, air signs. I don't know why I'm looking in the G's when I have to go way back to the W's. Alright, here we go. Take time to understand how you really feel. That's why I got the Earth Guardian there, telling you to root yourself, ground yourself, so that you can understand and connect with your own emotions, and then let go of maybe the people who energetically attached to you. Because that happens. Sometimes we don't even realize it, that we energetically attach ourselves to another. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul. So, air sign, whoever picked star number 1, I feel like this is your empath coming through, your empathic ability. You got the water and the earth guardians, angels, who are telling you to understand how you really feel. You need to release cords. You need to cut cords. It's very important as an empath to cut energetic cords. And the reason why I say that is, if you're truly an empath, you will understand that we naturally draw people towards us. It's a natural thing. I've had some crazy stories told to me in less than 5 minutes, like people's whole life stories, and some things it should have never been said. So you get these crazy stories right? That's people, when you stand there and talk to somebody and you're talking to them and you're conversing with them, there's like this cord that'll attach. So you need to learn how to release them cords, so that you can understand what you're feeling and what they're feeling. That's why you have to clean yourself. You have to, how do I want to say that? You have to clean your energy on a regular basis. There's so many ways you can do that, air signs. Water is the element that is in your blood, your tears, your flesh. So she represents the angel of water who can help you dive within to understand the depths of your emotions. These angels are all about helping you see that your emotions aren't just the feelings that are on the surface. They're also the old emotions you may have locked deep. That's why they're telling you to release the old. Through helping you acknowledge your deepest emotions, the angels of water help you to hear the messages these have for you to unlock your intuitive powers and the energies of abundance. So to unlock that voice in your soul, which we call intuition, you need to release these old hurts. Because what it's doing is it's blocking your, you're empathically, it's like you're tuning it out is what I say, but I don't know how to say it other than in that way. But it's like you're ignoring your intuition, because being an empath, we are very intuitive individuals. So you need to take the time to breathe and acknowledge your emotions and let them flow, rather than crashing down on you and as an overwhelming wave. Now what that means is holding everything in, right? Holding everything in. Connect with your emotions, learn to go with the flow instead of holding everything in. And I am so notorious for this, because then when one thing triggers, everything comes out like a volcano. So when you let the emotions flow and you're able to communicate them freely, you don't have nothing stored in there, so to speak. And then you won't have things crashing down on you like an overwhelming wave. So you're very intuitive and psychic, and that's why she's coming out first, because she's saying this is important. And I'm going to lead you to the support and love that you deserve, air signs, who are to star number 1. So, but the first thing that she's telling you is you need to stay rooted and grounded. So do you see how he's got that jewel on his third eye and she's got this on her third eye? That is so that you can receive the messages that you're meant to receive through your intuition and your psyche. You notice how he's green? That's all about the heart chakra, right? It's all about the heart chakra. And when you close down the heart chakra, what you do is you close down yourself to being open to receiving and giving messages, as well as receiving it, all right? And as well as, she's in blue, communicating, right? Communication with the people around you, with yourself, is very important. When you, and that overwhelming wave is that depression. Remember I said earlier about the highs and the lows, Your angels want you to know that it's okay to feel the emotions that are surfacing. It doesn't matter if they're joyous or sad. They are all powerful messages that allow you to understand what you want and need. So take that time to breathe and acknowledge them. All right. So next is the Earth Guardian. So we'll go back this way. Time to connect deeply with the energy of the earth so that you can feel supported and make decisions based on strength and integrity. So the Earth Guardian is bringing you the medicine of feeling grounded and strong. And he wants to help you connect with your mission here so that you can help evolve the planet. I feel like you see these two because he has a dream catcher there. I feel like he helps this guardian angel that comes in, the Earth Guardian, who is helping you with your mission here on Earth. I feel like you see him a lot in your dreams. You may not see him like this, but you see your particular Earth Guardian, your particular guardian angel in your dreams. And he's the one that helps you to release a lot. I feel like whoever this is, you have a lot of release dreams, is what I feel. You do a lot of healing while you're sleeping, a lot of releasing, okay? So that's what I see for that. And I feel like autumn has a lot to do with the cyclic changes more than the season of it. Release all of the pressure and expectation weighing you down. Shed it all so that you can recover before moving into a time of renewal. Autumn is when the trees are preparing for the long, cold winter and must let go of all the weight they are carrying in order to continue to grow and prosper. Sometimes you too just need to surrender an aspect of yourself in order to continue to grow and prosper. The raven on the autumn card shows that there is an opportunity to heal at this time. The raven is the bird of healing and initiation. The healing it brings is a shift that allows you to move into a more powerful psychic space. That's why. So if you're seeing crows and ravens, that's a sign right there. That's them coming through at this bird. I feel like it's your water guardian who is showing up as the bird. I feel like your guardian angel, the Earth Guardian who's helping you on your mission, is the one that shows up in your dreams. But I feel like this water guardian shows up at this as this raven a lot. So that you can move into that more psychic space, which is what the water guardian is telling you. We're sending you intuitive and psychic messages, but you're missing them because you're not connected emotionally to receive them. Alright, so that's what I feel. It says when the autumn card arrives in the future position of a spread, or at least the last card in the reading, it also indicates that the coming autumn will usher in important energies with regards to a question or intention. So this autumn is going to be very important for whoever chose pick a star number 1. So let me grab my cards here. Loki's like, come on, Mom, I'm here. So what's messages does these guardians have for you? You are never alone, right? And that's why I feel that Earth Guardian shows himself to you a lot in your dreams to show you you're not alone. And look at the card, it's orange. Sacral chakra, that's the water chakra, right? That's where we connect our feelings. That's where we have stored, unused emotions. That's where they're hanging out at. Well, that needs cleansed. And then abundance is your right. So you have the right to your abundance, but you need to move some stuff out of the way so that the abundance, you have the room for the abundance. All right. So there you go. Those are the 2 messages that come with these guardians. So something your guide has been trying to convey to you that you have not been receptive to. Something your guide has been trying to convey to you. Pick a star number 1, element of air. that you have not been receptive to. Something that your God has been trying to convey to you that you've not been receptive to. Reflect on your truth. Okay. So here we are. She's talking about psychic and intuitive messages, and we have a gold heart here, which is crown. If you want to take it, it is the gold crown. Gold represents your crown chakra, by the way, is what I was trying to spit out and was not coming out correctly. Reflect on your truth. So reflect on your truth, right? Connect with yourself. Connect with your emotions. And the way to do that is to go outside and ground yourself. And there's so many different ways that you can do that. You can take a salt bath, okay? You can take a salt bath. You can go out and put your tailbone on, you can put your tailbone on the ground, and connect your tailbone with your, with the earth. You can go out and walk around in your bare feet. You'll start feeling a tingling on the bottoms of your feet. That is activating you. That's the roots growing out of the foot chakras into Mother Earth, grounding you. You could do a meditation outside on the ground with a piece of either a dark crystal, such as black tourmaline, numites, smoky quartz. Those will all help you to release, especially smoky quartz with past life issues, should this be something you're carrying through there. So reflect on your truth. How do you feel, right? How do you feel? How can you connect? Why are you holding on to these old emotions, right? I feel like you could have been abandoned. Maybe felt abandoned. In my case, I was adopted, so it's automatically there. But you could have some sort of abandonment issues because of this card right here. You were never alone. You may feel like you're always alone. Nobody wants to be around me because you don't fit in. You're here for a special mission, a special purpose. Okay? You are unique to you. And that's what you need to reflect on, your truth. You are unique to you. Your journey is unique. Could you imagine how boring this world would be if we were all exactly the same? It would tip the balance, right? You got to, everybody's got to be different. It would be just, that wouldn't be normal. All right. So that is something that your God has been trying to convey to you that you have not been receptive to, is to reflect on the truth. Reflect on your emotions. Release what no longer serves you. Let it fall away. Let go of the heaviness. Reflect the fact that you are being divinely guided. You have two specific guardians coming through. I feel like I said, this guardian shows up as this bird. Raven, crow. It says a raven on the card, but it can be a crow, right? You're watching the Oracle of the Crows, right? And I feel like this guardian angel right here shows up in your dreams. All right. So there you go. So the next question is how to be more open to messages in the future. So how can the element of air, pick a star number 1, be more open to the messages in the future? Pick a star, element of air, pick a star number 1. Be more open to messages in the future. I'm sorry. I just got like the evil eye cats now. It's like, what was that, Mom? Alright, so how to be more open to the messages in the future for the element of air. Come on, let's make up your mind. What are you doing here? Alright, so this is your answer. All in. Look, we have a number 8 coming through. And the F word. A 30. So you got 8 and a 3, which is 11. So 11s are mastering something. So you're mastering something, and that's what your spirit guides are around you. And they want you to reflect on that. What are you mastering? What are you mastering? The F word. Not the F as in that rhymes with duck. The F word in this card means forgiveness, right? So you need to find forgiveness. Release the old emotions, right? Let it go. Let it go. Take a break from it. And that will help you to reconnect with the truth of who you are, right? You will realize that while you're here on earth, abundance is your right. It is meant for you. Alright, so alright, so let's go ahead and see what all in is about. All systems are go. Whatever you do right now, do not hold back. This is the perfect time to give it everything you've got. For every inch you move forward your dream, every inch you move towards your dream, the universe will move it 10 miles closer. It's time to raise the stakes and play your hand. I'd jump on in if I were you. Alright, so how to be more open to the messages in the future is not to hold yourself back, right? Because when you move an inch, the universe is going to move you 10 miles, right? And you got to do 1 inch compared to 10 miles towards your dreams, your abundance. So that's what they're telling you. All systems a go. You know, it's the perfect time to give it everything you got. Give it everything you got by what? Forgiving. Forgiving. Nobody likes the F word, but the dude sees forgiveness through a different pair of glasses. He knows that everything is going to turn out fine in the end, and that holding on to negativity and old wounds is just postponing the inevitable. Your success is a done deal. Your bliss is going to happen. The F word is the place to start. Let it go. Forgive, forget, and follow the yellow brick road. Right? And move on to see the wizard. I had to throw that in there, right? So, you know, find forgiveness. Go for it. The time is now. And trust. Your success, your abundance is your right. Your success is a done deal. So when you release old wounds, right? You release old wounds and negativity. The only thing you're doing by hanging on to these old wounds is blocking your success. It's postponing what is meant for you. So forgiveness is the wound, right? Forgiveness. So again, it goes back to I feel somebody feels abandoned. And you need to forgive. I feel like it could be perhaps mother and father, parents, both of them. I feel. I feel there was a major detachment with the mother, though. And I feel like that's why, they want you to reflect on them emotions. Reflect on them and say, okay, well, they're blocking me, right? I can forgive you now. It's been, I don't know how many years, whatever. Could be a day, a month, a year. Don't matter. 10 years, 100 years. But when you hang on to them wounds and that hurts, you are only blocking yourself. So it's basically what they're telling you. Get out of your own way. Pick star number 1. All right. So that is how to be more open to the message in the future. Find forgiveness. Forget it. Move forward. Right? Go for it. Go all in. Okay. So the next question is, what are these guides helping you with on your path? What are these guides helping you with on your path? Pick a star number 1. What are these guides helping you with on your path? So pick a star number 1. Okay, so we have, oh, look at this. Another number 11. 11, 11. So that is definitely a synchronicity that you could be seeing. Air signs. So I just feel like, I don't know, elephants give me a sense of strength, because even though they're huge animals, they're so agile. They're so agile. I don't even know how to say it. They're not aggressive animals. They're very, I would say, friendly animals. If I would come across one, I would not be afraid. I feel like they're very good totems to have. So for some of you, you may have an animal. Perhaps you collect elephants. That could be your totem. All right. So what is your guide helping you with on your path? Well, let's see. Abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, and universal laws. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework of human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them, rather than being the rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, and for universal laws will correct any disharmony. So release resistance, right? Release the old wounds that are causing you to resist your inner power, your inner empath, your inner psyche, your inner intuition. And the universe will correct you, Earth Guardian, and any disharmony, right? So all you have to do is just let it go. That's it. Just let it go. And it will be easier to go by the book at this time. So it's about going by the book. There is many laws. Like it says, laws of karma. And what that is what you put out there, you get back. Right? And like energy attracts like. So whatever you put out there, you attract back. That's the law of the universe. Just plain and simple. So that's the 11. Awakening you to the energy and the emotions that you put out into the universe. So when you put anger, frustration, out into the universe, what happens is you attract that back to you. When you put out there that you're alone and nobody cares, well, guess what? You're going to be alone. Nobody's going to care, right? When you find forgiveness, you're able to better connect with your personal truth, right? And your personal truth is abundance is your right? The elephants are heading back that way. Abundance is your right. So follow the book. So if you keep seeing 1111, that could be why. That could be your guardians trying to get your attention. There's still some things you need to release and forgive. All right. So that is what your guide is helping you with on your journey. Teaching you the law of attraction, teaching you the law of karma, the law of energy attracts like energy. So what is your purpose? What is your purpose? What are you here for? Pick a star, number 1. Pick a star, number 1. What are you here for? What's your purpose? For the element of air. Yep. Alrighty. And then we're going to pull one more card. And what does this look like? Air. Alright, so what are you here for is we have sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. Raven, crow. The crows are about changes. The crows are omens of changes, where ravens are they're healing, right? Or they're both not the same bird, but I kind of feel like they both sort of represent the same bird. They just each got labels stuck to them. So regardless, right? Regardless of the situation, you're becoming more sensitive and you need to make changes according to your emotions, right? So when I was sitting here looking at this card while I was shuffling this other deck, right off the bat that caught my attention is crystals. So you could be learning something about crystals and their energy by the book, because to me books are learning things. You could be learning to work with crystals. You could be learning to direct your energy with maybe a wand, maybe with crystals on the end of it. If you look, see, first of all, your water guardian is blue. Look at the back of her. Look at the back of her. She's got them bluish colored wings on. She's also got these bubbles around her head, right? Around her head. That would represent your psyche, your intuition. She's got her back turned to everybody because why? Because she's in meditation. She's recharging. She's checking in with her emotions. She is maybe even possibly checking in with her guardians, her spirit guides, right? So, you're very sensitive. So I was right about the empath. You are empath, absolutely, with sacral chakra sensitivity and a water guardian. You are empathic. So you really need to ground yourself. It's very, very important to keep your emotions in check. Because of how sensitive you are, it's like you're extra sensitive to attracting what you put out there. So that's why they're working with you, with the energy and showing you, like attracts like, right? So connect with yourself, ground yourself, try to keep your emotions in a stable energy. Release what no longer serves you, find forgiveness, let it all go, and throw all of you in to the changes that you need to make. All right. So I do feel strong work with crystals. You could have even had work with crystals in a past life, but you're definitely working with crystals in this life. And if you remember what I said at the beginning of the reading, when these first two come out, about how to ground your energy, and what did I say about some crystals to take out? And there it is, the crystals. So miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge, right? So you're like a miracle worker. You know, it's like, see, here you are in meditation again. See, meditation, closing them eyes. It's like you have the power of, you're very powerful with attraction, is what I want to say. So that's why that you're being encouraged to adapt to the situation, adapt to the changes accordingly. Because when you adapt to the situation accordingly, what you do is you shift your energy. You learn how to shed the old and clear things out, especially when you have other people around you. You know, because there could be some people around you who are not the same vibration, and they try to drag you down. And again, remember I said about cutting them energetic cords, right? You need to cut the cords on a daily basis and call your energy back to you, or spend a lot of time alone, or both, to recharge yourself, because of how sensitive you truly are. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. So there you go. That is your spirit guide messages reading. I thank you for watching. Welcome back, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For those of you who chose pick a star number 2, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see who your guide is. Okay, so we have the Sun. Enjoys success and happiness. So the Sun is very strong, masculine energy. An Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. So you have somebody who's an elder from the Aboriginal tribe. Remember what I said at the beginning of the video. Your spirit guide has come down and experienced a human journey, at least one, but usually we've all experienced more than one. So this person is an elder, right? They've come down, they've experienced a human journey in the Aboriginal tribe at least once there, right? So he's coming through very strong masculine energy, with the Sun coming through. He could also look at you as a sun. So let's go ahead and alright, so the Sun. Know that the doors are opening for you. Follow up new projects, ventures, and ideas. Connect with the inner fire that is driving you forward. So, you know, right now when I'm doing this, the Sun is in Gemini. So the Sun is associated with the energy of success. It's the most powerful planet in the solar system. So, of course, when the Sun card appears in a reading, it will bring power, success, and light. It brightens up all connections, banishes darkness, brings a sense of youthfulness, and invites you to connect to the energy of joy so that you can be light in spirit and in hearts. So the Sun is very important for you. So, air signs, whoever chose pick a star number 2, I feel like you could be a Sun sign, air sign. You could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun sign right off the bat is what I'm feeling, because the Sun is very important to you. Another thing that's coming through is the sun rules Leo. So you could have Leo strong in your chart somewhere in, maybe your sun is in Leo, and it makes it twice as powerful, right? But you're ruled by the sun. The sun is your planet. So if you, like I said, you could have a sun sign in air, or you could have a fire sign in the sun position. Such as Sun in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I'm feeling both of them. So if that's the case, these messages will definitely be for you, is what I feel. So you're being surrounded by the brightness of the sun at this particular time. So opportunities to feel and be successful are swirling and dancing around you. Relationships and friendships progress with joy, and you will feel happy and uplifted. If you're not somewhere bright and sunny at the moment, there's other ways you can enjoy warmth. So solar energy brings health and vitality, and it encourages everything to grow, because you need water and the sun. So you're ready to bring something to life, or take any step in some sort of a relationship. And if you're asking a question to your spirit guide, your elder is coming through and telling you the answer is yes. So definite yes. So if you have a yes or no question in that, and you're like, well, okay, I'll need to talk to my spirit guide. Well, this is a strong yes energy with the sun card coming through. So if you have a yes or no question, so let's go ahead and move beyond the limitations that have been set for you by your family members, past and present. Know that the energy of your spirit is more powerful than genetics and behavioral patterns. The Aboriginal people are the oldest tribal people still living on the planet. Their hunter-gatherer culture and ancient spirituality are rooted in tradition and balance with the earth. So the Aboriginal ancestors are offering you not only wisdom that will help you heal and adapt to the ever-changing planet, but also to understanding of what a spiritual life should be. The elder is the ancestor who comes with the message of healing, change. He is an embodied soul, yet he has had journeys that go beyond the physical. Therefore, he represents a reclamation of power. When he appears, it's an acknowledgement that you have the capacity to move beyond the limitations that have been placed upon you. So when I started reading that, the first thing I thought of with the yes or no question is, some of you may have a question as to, maybe the first thing that popped in my mind was a job, a career change. So some of you may be looking to change careers, maybe even possibly move to a new home, buy a home. Those are two things that they were intuitively sending my way as I was reading that. And the Sun card comes in to tell you, yes, there will be success. If you have had expectations of success, failure, sadness, or even sickness placed upon you by your family, it's important to know that you are here to create your own story. This card represents personal healing that will bring healing to your family lineage, past, present, and future. Know that you get to decide what you take on, and also that your ancestors are rooting for you and are sorry for any setbacks that they have created. So right off the bat, his message is there's a healing change coming for you that's going to bring lots of happiness, lots of success, and he wants you to enjoy that. Enjoy the warmth and the love from your guides. Accept struggles as lessons. Oh my goodness, right? That couldn't fit more, and I got cold chills when I when I read that. All right. So he wants to tell you, accept the struggles as lessons, right? anything that you've been struggling with that has been limiting you, accept them as lessons and move beyond the patterns, because the sun is shining down upon you where you can start enjoying being happy, your personal success. So again, for some of you, I feel like you may have wanted maybe perhaps to start your own business, right? And this is from personal experience myself here, because this is my second YouTube channel. The first channel, I struggled with it. I was struggling not to keep up with it, but what was happening was I was spinning my wheels, right? And all the mud that I was spinning back in my face and spinning my wheels weighed me down. So when I got weighed down, that's when the struggle started. So, and I'm telling you this because I know that you're going to resonate with it. So starting your own business, like I said, changing careers, and you're wondering if you should do this. Well, the answer I feel is yes. And accept the struggles that you're going to have with starting this business, or perhaps you've already started it and you're struggling, as lessons. Because I feel like you're going to get a restart. I feel like you're going to get a restart, a new beginning. So allow the sun to illuminate that, right? Allow the sun to purify that struggle so that you can accept it as a lesson, because every time you learn something, you don't relearn it. You learn it because you've either failed at it, there was some sort of failure, some sort of a crash, something happened that brought that lesson. Well, in this case, it was a struggle. So there was a major lesson involved in that. So I'm looking at the peach. The peach it would be the sacral chakra that's orange, but because it's peach colored, I feel like it's being bleached out a little bit by the sun. So the sun is the solar plexus, right? Solar plexus, sacral chakra. So when you accept the emotional struggles that you've been going through, that has been held in your ancestral lineage all of your life, right? When you accept these patterns as they are, as, okay, well, these are just patterns from my ancestors. These are just struggles that I have to go through so that I can purify them and move beyond that. Enjoy the happiness, right? So, beautiful. So, something your guide has been trying to convey to you that you have not been receptive to. Pick a star, number 2. Something that your guides have been trying to convey to you that you have not been receptive to. Pick a star. 2, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I feel like you had to go through these ancestral patterns in this life so that you could recognize the patterns, and the pattern you've really struggled with it, is what I feel. But for you to recognize the pattern, you had to go through that, right? That's that lesson. You got tested. It was a lesson. It's like Earth is nothing but a big school. This planet is nothing but school. We get taught, we get tested, you know. All right, so something that your guide has been trying to convey to you that you've not been receptive to. Pick a star. Number 2, element of air. It's the only one that flipped over. Reevaluate your priorities. So they've been trying to get you to reevaluate your priorities so that you can get set straight, right? Reevaluate your priorities, because these are the ancestral patterns that you've been experiencing. You've been struggling with that, right? You've been really, really struggling with these patterns, and that's why they're telling you reevaluate your priorities, set them straight, right? Get your stuff together, get your organized, prioritize. Right, so I feel like there's another message. Anything else? What else? I feel like there's another card. There it is. And have faith. Yeah, I knew it. Have faith. So I feel like I need to read, for some reason, to reevaluate your priorities, because I feel like there's something in there that you guys need to know. Are you engaging with people and plans that don't feel right and ignoring your instincts because of the lure of promised rewards? Are you involved with people, ideas, or situations that compromise your integrity? Are you shutting your eyes to blatant ethical lapses of your own or others, or disregarding the red flags of warning along the way? If so, this is a time to reverse the course before trouble befalls you. So he's been trying to warn you, showing you red flags about some people around you. The divine energy is calling you to reevaluate your priorities and stay true to your higher self. Your soul's maturity and ethics are being tested by the universe. Remember, I said tested, lessons. And unless you rethink your values, you may not pass the test. So you're being invited to temper your ambition for superficial desires and put aside all thoughts of personal comfort and gain for the time being. Nothing is worth pursuing if it compromises your integrity. Although you've been given the gift of free will, you can't escape the consequences of your choices. In other words, what goes around comes around, and no matter how clever you feel you are, there's no bypassing the fundamental law of the universe. You'll only invite chaos, even disaster, if you try. You know when you're headed down the wrong path, so turn around before it's too late, right? So they're throwing red flags at you. They're testing you. They're throwing these red flags at you, and you've been shutting your eyes, right? You've not been receptive to the red flags. You've been shutting your eyes to it and ignoring your instincts. And a lure of some sort of a promised reward. So they've been warning you to reverse the course, right? And that's that right here. Promised rewards, struggles. So, you need to accept what is and just have faith. Have faith. So what goes around comes around. So no matter how clever you think you are, by bypassing this law, you're just inviting more chaos in. So your spirit guide is helping you to accept that, to have faith, and create something that you desire that makes you happy, right? That's you're going to be successful at. So you need to move beyond these patterns. You need to clear them, and that is why you're having a problem. That's why you're being tested by the universe. That's the big test right there. So don't ignore the red flags. So that is what they've been trying to convey to you. They've been throwing red flags at you, and you've been ignoring it. So how to be more open to messages in the future. How can, pick a star number 2 for the element of air, be more open to messages in the future. And we have all in. So, how to be more open in the messages in the future is to be all in. So, let's see what. All systems are go. Whatever you do right now, do not hold back. This is the perfect time to give it everything you've got. For every inch you move forward your dream, the universe will move it 10 miles closer. It's time to raise up the stakes and play your hand. I'd jump on it if I were you. So, how to be more open to the messages in the future is not to hold yourself back. Reevaluate your priorities. Are you going after a certain desire because you feel you're going to reap some sort of a reward, or are you going after a desire that you've been dreaming about, right? So the universe is going to move it 10 miles closer, your success, if you stop holding yourself back and give it everything you've got and have faith. Right? So when you learn your lesson and you learn to accept your journey, and you're going to pass this test. You have to pass this test. Alright, so stop holding yourself back. That is how to be more open to messages in the future. What is this guide helping you with on your path? What is this guide helping you with on your path? What is this guide, this elder, helping you with on your path? So we have chop wood, number 42, which adds up to a 6. Well, guess what? Today just happens to be June 6th, the 8th, when I'm recording this video. It's not when you're going to see it, but this is when I'm recording the video. So you got chop wood. So what is this guide helping you with on your path? Helping you to chop wood, helping you to clean house, helping you to get moving. (42). Being grounded in everyday experience and humility. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your conscious so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of a delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Right there, right? Watering the soil, pulling off the dead leaves, which is letting go of the patterns, right? Moving beyond the patterns. Watering the soil, accepting the struggles as lessons, right? Having faith, and letting nature take its course. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek, right? So take your attention away from your goal, right? Reevaluate your priorities. Plant the seed, water the seed, let go, pull off the dead leaves. You know, I feel like that's what your spirit guide is helping you with, to prune your tree, right? To prune your tree. What do trees represent? Your ancestors. Things that are rooted deep within you. Those are those ancestral patterns. So this elder, your spirit guide, is coming through to prune your tree so that you can blossom and bloom. So he's coming in and pulling off the dead leaves, right? Watering the soil and then leaving it up to nature. That's what he's helping you to do, right? To pull off what's dead. Ancestral patterns, struggles, right? And then let nature have faith in the universe, because they're going to pull you 10 miles closer to your own personal happiness. So that is what your spirit guide is doing. He's like, here, let me help you, right? And when you engage in everyday tasks in meditation, so go within, all in, right? Go within. All right, so there you go. That's what he's helping you with. So what is your purpose? What are you here for? Pick a star number 2. What are you here for? Element of air. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Pick star number 2. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Star number 2. What are they here for? What do these options look like? All right, for pick a star number 2. Consider the career opportunities that are open to you. So you have a lot of options. You're not here just for one specific reason. So for those of you who chose pick a star number 2, I want to say that you're like writing your own story. Like there's nothing set in stone. You have a lot of options that are open to you, that are going to open up to you, or have already opened up to you. But there's a lot of success in whatever choice that you make. She's standing here and she's holding crystals, right? So you could do some sort of work with crystals. And this could also be something that you inherited from your ancestors. So what does this look like? Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies a great bounty. So there's more crystals. Watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax, right? Have faith. Have faith. And breaking trail. A breakthrough is in hand, right? A breakthrough is at hand, where you're going to uncover a great bounty, right? Success, happiness. The sun is shining down. See how the light shining on that gold, right? Pull it up there. See the light shining down on it? That's the sun's energy. So I feel like you are meant to live a life of happiness, success, relaxation, where you don't have to worry about the struggles no more. You can learn to trust and have faith that the universe has your back. So I do feel there's a major breakthrough at hand here. That's where these options are coming through. You're going to have different options, different career choices. There's career possibilities. There's options when it comes to career possibilities for you for pick a star number 2. As long as your priorities are straight in what you are desiring is in alignment for your greatest and highest good. All right. So I just feel like, for one, I feel like you have a dragon around you as well. Spiritually, of course. You can actually go into meditation and talk to your dragon. For some of you, this dragon's very important for you. This dragon's going to help you. You know, what do dragons do? They breathe fire, right? That's the sun, fire. So I feel strong fire energy coming back through again. But I feel like this dragon protects you, surrounds you, loves you. I feel like, again, with the crystals, I feel like if you have a particular crystal, you can connect with your dragon. So there's definitely something uncovered, right, when you move beyond these limited patterns that you have. You're going to see the bounty of abundance, right, that is meant to be yours, success, to where you don't have to struggle no more. You don't have to worry, right? Breaking 12 is about completing karmic cycles, a breakthrough at hand after a period of struggles and lessons and all of that. So I just feel like there's that breakthrough, you know, when you accept the lessons from your ancestors, when you accept them and are able to clear them, you finally see beneath the surface, right? Beneath the surface of your true spiritual path is what I feel here. All right, so that is what I see for pick a star number 2. So thank you for watching. Hi, element of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Welcome back, and this is pick a star number 3. So this is your guide who wants to come through. A Shaolin master, be graceful in movement and action. So right off the bat, he's holding a praying mantis. So I feel like that's significant to you. Maybe that's an insect that you keep seeing. I know where I live, if you get caught killing one, you're in trouble, big time. They are definitely protected. So, and another thing I'm seeing is this yin yang ball. Well, you can see that. There it is. And there's a dragon behind him as well. So I just wanted to point that out. So there we go. Be graceful in movement and action. All right. So the Shaolin master for the element of air, pick a star 3. Comes to you to tell you, slow and steady. Breathe and flow. Take a gentler approach. So the Shaolin master calls forth the ninja within. Shaolin medicine is about learning to adapt to a situation and to tap into the energy running through your body and preserve it in order to release it at the right moment. It also teaches subtly, like being subtle, subtlety, if you didn't understand that. It's a little twisted there. Because when you are too forceful, you use too much energy, and that may not be supportive of what you are working on. Shaolin master is like a monk, has respect for all things. He is disciplined and guided by his art and will never use it to impress the foolish or to appear stronger than someone who is threatening him. You too, air signs, are being invited to remain graceful in your movement, your choices, and your actions. So he's coming through telling you to flow like water, blow like air, and connect with your purest intentions. Don't feel you need to rush ahead. A gentler approach will be more fruitful and rewarding. Move with subtlety and grace. Reach high, but also ask yourself how you can move with the flow of life rather than pushing against it. Do you have the capacity to refocus your gaze at this time? can you slow down? Or take more time to soften and breathe as you move forward. All of this will be incredibly beneficial for what happens next. Alright? So he's telling you to be slow, right? Be graceful in what you do. You know, don't rush forward. Move slowly. You know, take the action, but do it one step at a time. Don't run with all two of your feet all freaking having all the water splash up in your face. That's what happens to me a lot. So Shaylin's master's immediate message in the now present moment is feel joy in all you do. Right? So here we are with the orange sacral chakra coming through again. So he wants you to slow down, right? Move and feel joy with what you're doing. Slow down and enjoy what you're doing, right? With the actions that you take. And learn to adapt with each situation that comes on your lap. But adapt to it in a balanced and harmonious way. It's like, don't rush, don't push, right? Just move forward and remain in the present moment. And then make sure you have the sense of joy and happiness in everything that you do with whatever action or movement that you are doing. Make sure that there's a happiness in it. Okay. So, something your guide has been trying to convey to you that you have not been receptive to. Something that your guide, take a star number 3, has been trying to convey to you, but you have not been receptive to. Element of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, pick star number 3. Something this guide has been trying to convey to you, you have not been receptive to. Okay. Focus on success. Exactly. Be graceful. Keep your focus on success, right? Moving forward. You know, what is that old saying? Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. Take one day at a time. With whatever you do, make sure that whatever your action or whatever you are creating, you're having a sense of joy in what you are creating. And focus on success. So something your guide has been trying to convey to you that you've not been receptive to is where you're putting your focus at. You know, it's like you may be focusing too far in the future or what you want to achieve and not really focusing on the happiness that you're creating and the success that will come from that. Oh, I couldn't do that again. Alright, so let me pull this up here for a second. Oh, it's worse. Leave it there. Forget it. Alright, so he's also trying to get you to face your shadows. So you need to face a shadow. Look forward, right? Focus on success. Look forward. Don't look to the past. Don't look at the things that you can't fix or change. And be of service. Right? So you're going to be successful in whatever you do as long as you focus on being of service, feeling joy and happiness in everything you do, making sure that you are in touch with your emotions. Face that shadow. Maybe you don't feel joy. Maybe whatever you're creating isn't making you happy, right? Why? Because maybe you have a different desire that's not suited for your greatest and highest good, right? Maybe the universe has something better lined up for you, but you're so focused on this one little desire that they're never going to give you, right? That's facing that shadow. So the universe has something lined up for you, air signs, that has something to do with why you're here. Be of service, right? So you have to be of service. You have to look forward. You have to look forward and keep your focus on your success, because you will have it. But it's going to take one step at a time. You can't run through. You can't take off running, because what's going to happen is you're going to trip and fall, and you're not going to get where you want to go. It's like slow and steady wins the race, is what I see here. Okay. So how can you be more open to the messages in the future? How can the element of air be more open to messages in the future? See, they keep bringing me to face your shadow and back up to this yin yang. Face your shadow, bring in a sense of balance, and then take the action to be happy with what you're creating. And I don't know why that praying mantis keeps sticking out, but you need to look it up, whoever chose number 3, because I feel like it's going to be important, maybe not for all of you, but one specific person. So how can pick a star number 3 be more open to messages in the future? What did I say? Slow and steady wins a race. Baby steps. I mean, alright, so let's go ahead. How can you be more open to messages in the future? Take baby steps. Right? Graceful movement. Everything is baby powder fresh right now. It's new, it's exciting, and of course, you're not quite sure how it's going to work out. You're not supposed to. It would ruin the surprise. But go ahead, take the first step. All great quests have to begin somewhere. So, how can you be more open to messages in the future? Face them shadows, right? Face them shadows. Look forward. Even if you're not sure how things are going to work out, that's because you're not meant to know. Because Spirit has a surprise. Remember I said your desires and Spirit's desires for you aren't in alignment, right? They're not in alignment. So they're telling you to look forward, right? Look forward and focus on the success by taking the baby steps that are required of you moving forward. So take that first step. Take that first step. So how can you be more open? Well, take the first step and find out. You know, I did say earlier, slow and steady wins the race, right? Be graceful in your movement and moving forward. And whatever you're doing, taking them baby steps, make sure that you're happy. You feel the joy, feel a sense of completion, of happiness, of allow that emotion to rise up, because again, Sacral Chakra, whatever you're creating is going to be successful. So you just need to face this emotional shadow of fearing that whatever you're working on is not going to work out, because this time It is. Because you're doing it in a graceful way. So your spirit guide is really, really working on some emotional shadows of, I feel like you have a fear, not of success, but more of a fear of failure. And that's why you cling to the 3D desires, right? But again, spirit has something better lined up for you, something that is in your greatest and highest good, just like the baby steps card. Don't ruin the surprise, just have faith. All right. So what is this guide helping you with on your path? What is this guide helping you with on your path? What is this guide helping you with on your path? Pick a star, number 3, for the element of air. What is this guide helping you with on your path? What is he helping you with on your path? Clean it up, but it come in reverse. So it's a number 21, which is a 3. So you have a 3 and a 5. That's about 8. What you put out there, you get back. So when you take it slow, right? When you take things slow, you can make things happen. Think about it. How are you going to create anything if you're running full force, right? I'm going to reach that goal. How are you going to have time to create anything nice? That's what they just showed me. Alright, so number 21. In reverse, getting to the core of the situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what no longer is needed. And that's that shadow. So what is your guide helping you with on your path? Helping you to face that shadow and sweep away what is no longer needed. It is possible you may be focusing too much on other people right now, right? Instead, focus on success. Trying too hard to be helpful. Does taking on what belongs to others make you feel needed or desired? Right? Desires. Remember I said about that desire thing. Perhaps you think it's your calling to relieve people of their burdens. But what is the cost to you and to them? It's not for your greatest and highest good. Don't clean up someone else's side of the street. You're not helping by freeing him or her of their responsibility. You're also not doing yourself any favors. And you just might be adding to an even greater strain. You are loved as you are. You don't need to be needed to be loved. So that is what your God is helping you with. To make you see you don't need to be needed to be loved. If you feel happiness in everything else that you do. Remember I said about the desires, right? Here's your desire. Here's what you're focusing on is this desire, because there could be, like the card said, some sort of a promised reward. Whereas the universe has your greatest and highest good in their mind, in their heart for you. And it's a surprise, right? But this Shaolin master, your spirit guide, is helping you to come in and clean out the cobwebs and the ghosts and the shadows that you've been carrying around with you, so that you could focus more on your own personal success, focus being more of service. There's one thing when you're helping somebody and when you're being of service to the collective, right? Because sometimes when you're helping someone, it could be out of a need within yourself. You got to distinguish the difference. Helping someone because you feel you need to be needed, or helping someone because that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to be of service. So it's like distinguishing them too, right? So that's why Spirit is coming and telling you, take baby steps, right? Take baby steps, face that shadow, clean up your energy, move forward slowly, but take the action to make sure you feel happiness and joy in everything that you create. Keep your focus on the future and what you want to create and make successful. Because this is your journey. Why make somebody else's life easier when all they care about is wrecking yours, right? So take care of your own needs. Make sure your own needs are met. All right, so the last question is, what is your life's purpose? What are you meant to do here? Pick a star number 3. What are you meant to do here? What are you meant to do here? Pick a star number 3 for the element of air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What are you meant to do here? What's your life's purpose? Alrighty. Alright, show me a little bit about this journey for the element of air. Pick a star number 3. Show me a little bit about this journey. Okay. Alrighty. So, you, pick a star number 3, are meant to be a spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. Yin yang. Right there. So you are meant to be a spiritual teacher. Look at all the green, right? The green and the purple. Heart chakra and crown, third eye. So you are meant to be a spiritual teacher in this lifetime. That's why this guide is coming in to help you clean up and face some shadows and helping you to look forward to the future, right? Helping you to focus, put your focus on success, not other people. Who cares what other people is doing? They're not living your life. You're living your life, and that's where you need to keep your focus on, is your success. Face that shadow, right? Clean out the cobwebs, chase away them ghosts, put them to the end, bury them freaking ghosts. That's where they need to be anyways. All right, so impasse, reflect and redirect your energy, right? Exactly. Clean it up. Reflect on the shadow and then redirect your energy towards what you want to create. And then in the flow, everything is smooth sailing, right? So the winter cycle is actually the yin cycle. Yin, feminine, sacral chakra. Because you're resting, you're recuperating, you're just being in the flow of the winter. All right, so I feel like this is your guide right here, lighting the way for you. I feel like this guide may come in a dream state, to help you to be more in the flow of your energy. I feel like he helps you to redirect your energy, redirect your focus. Because, you get on this path, you get blocked, and you're like, well, okay. Then it creates something. It creates some sort of an emotion. So I feel like that's what your Shaolin master is telling you. Take baby steps, right? Reflect on the direction. Reflect on where you're putting your focus, and then redirect that focus. Because when you redirect your focus, that's where you're putting your energy at. And it's stay in the flow, right? Stay in the flow. Everything will flow to you. Everything will flow. Success will flow to you. Joy will flow to you. Happiness will flow to you. So that is what I see. So for pick a star number 3 for the element of air. Alright, so there you go. There are your spirit guide messages. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching. I hope you have a blessed day.